As an old player who recently had his love for this game revived, I've been taking a look at a bunch of modern cards from archetypes that I used to love, and today I had no idea that Arcana Force had some support because I made a video reacting to another piece of content about Arcana Force cards and why they failed. I'm like, dude, I always loved the Arcana cards. I always tried to make them work, never could. And then I received a comment, which thank you very much for, that there was support for Arcana Force. So today we're going to be reacting to them today. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. I have all of those cards right here, have not read them yet. Let's take a look at Arcana Force V, okay? I had no idea. No idea, man. I always loved the Arcana cards, okay? You can discard this card. This turn, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when an Arcana Force monster is summoned to your field. If this card is summoned, toss a coin. Heads, special summon one level 4 or lower Arcana Force monster from your deck, okay, with a different name for the monsters you control and in your graveyard. Tails, special summon one Arcana Force monster from your deck to your opponent's field. So, has the classic Arcana Force. I wish that the effects were like, you know, a strong one and a weaker one and not just, hey, you could special summon an Arcana Force monster to your opponent's field. Unless there's a card out there, which I think I remember hearing about, where there's a card where you can, if something happens if you special summon it to your opponent's field, but it's alright. It has a nice effect discarding from the hand. The one that we did take a look at is the Fiend, and this might be the one that I'm thinking about because this was in the reaction video that we just did. You can discard this card, add one Light Barrier from your deck or graveyard to your hands. If this card is summoned, toss a coin. Heads, when an attack is declared involving this card, you can target one monster in the field and destroy it. If you do, inflict 500 damage to the controller. Tails, if an attack is declared involving this card, destroy all monsters in the field. Again, this is a little bit better of an effect. I like the idea that at least like it's a little bit of a weaker effect. It could work against you, but still, it's not like just a plus for your opponent, right? So this is a little bit of a better Arcana Force card. But now we have Arcana Force, the Sun. And this is another, like, look, dude, I love the artwork, man, for the Arcana Force cards. Look at that. If a card that has a coin tossing effect is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect of Arcana Force, the Sun, once per turn. If this card is summoned, toss a coin. Heads, set one spell or trap card from your deck that has a coin tossing effect. Tails, destroy all cards in the spell and trap zones. This is what I'm talking about again. It has effects. It doesn't have an effect that's just, hey, your opponent has control of this card now. It does something nice, and this is a little bit of a better boss monster. I like that it's actually pretty easy to summon. 2900, it's a pretty good monster. I like that one. And we also have a fusion card. Okay. Arcana Force EX, the Chaos Ruler. 3 Arcana Force monsters with different names. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by sending the above cards from either the field or the graveyard, and that's nice, you don't need polymerization for it, okay? So, for heads, special summon one level 10 Arcana Force monster from your hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, which is incredible. It's a good way to get your other boss monsters out. Tails, add one card from your deck to your hand that has a coin tossing effect. While Light Barrier is on the field, your opponent cannot activate effects of monsters on the field. Wow, that's a really good boss monster. I like that as 3300 too. Very cool, very helpful for the Arcana Force cards, and all it takes is just having 3 of them on the field. Arcana Reading was another card that we took a look at that reaction video. Toss a coin and apply the effect. If Light Barrier is on your field, you can choose the effect instead. Heads, add one card from your deck to your hand that has a coin tossing effect, except Arcana Reading. Tails, your opponent adds one card from their deck to their hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard immediately after this effect resolves. Normal summon one Arcana Force monster. You can only use each effect once per turn. So, it's an okay card. I like that it has Sartorius and it's his table, and I like that they're adding a little bit of support from the GX days. We also have Arcana Spread. Toss a coin and applies effect. If Light Barrier, you can choose the effect instead. Heads, special summon one level 4 or lower Arcana Force monster from your deck. Tails, special summon one monster that has a coin tossing effect from your graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add one card from your graveyard to your hand that has a coin tossing effect. So, I like with these cards, you can actually have a secondary effect with them while they're in the graveyard. You can banish them. But again, it's a useful card. None of this is still enough, in my opinion. I don't know when these ended up coming out, but with the game as it is right now, modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, these cards cannot hold up a little bit. But it's cool to see that they ended up getting some nice support. We also have Light Force, okay? Once per turn during your standby phase, if a Light Barrier is not on your field, toss a coin. If Tails, the effects are negated until your next standby phase. Fairy monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. You can discard one card, add 2 Arcana Force monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except Arcana Force monsters. That is a very strong card. Very good, very helpful. I love the fact, and it's the only thing that sucks about Arcana Force is it relies so much on Light Barrier, but what can you do? this one looks familiar, and this might not be new support, so apologies if that's not the case, okay? During your main phase, you can special summon one fairy monster from your hand. You must control a level 1 fairy monster to activate and resolve this effect. Okay, this looks like an oldish card, something where you can use with Arcana Force of Fool, but those have been like, these are all cards that are still helpful, and it's nice to see a little bit of support. I like seeing the Sartorius and on the table thing, but unfortunately, it still wouldn't compete. But if you're interested in talking more about the Arcana Force archetype as a whole and why it failed, then why don't you check out this video on screen right now where we touch on just that. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Take care, guys.